Iraq's prime minister says security forces have reclaimed control of the city of Tikrit from the Islamic State militants. It's been a month since the major assault began there. But U.S. defense officials tell Fox News declaring victory might be premature as fighting continues in parts of the city. Gillian Turner was on the White House National Security Council staff under both President Bush and President Obama. She is also a Fox News contributor. A month to retake Tikrit, is that an abnormally long period of time, Gillian?
No, it's certainly in the trajectory of towns and cities that ISIS has taken in Iraq, which we have subsequently retaken, not that long. But this victory is equally important to the Iraqi forces as it is to U.S. coalition forces. And that's because Tikrit has been held since last June, a considerable length of time. It bears the distinction of being the hometown of Saddam Hussein, and also the U.S. government had a lot of muscle in this campaign. The U.S. government was overseeing operations on the ground from Washington and the Joint Ops Center in Baghdad, and precision coalition airstrikes were guiding, following the Iraqis every step of the way.
Well, I know you worked on some of these issues when you were on the National Security Council staff, right? In just trying to design a way to keep some of these Iraqi cities safe?
Yeah, I mean, in both the Bush and Obama administrations, I worked in support positions to senior government officials who were designing policy, military strategy for Iraq, from President surge through President Obama's subsequent drawdown of troops from the country. So I've really seen firsthand what I would describe as the sort of epic bipartisan struggle to get policy right in the country. And it's very difficult. You know, I think what's clear now at this point is that sectarian strife, in spite of our best efforts, is still carrying the day.
Obviously, it is a huge moral victory for the Iraqis if, in fact, their forces are able to beat back ISIS in this one critical area, right? Absolutely.
Tactically, this victory is very important. Strategically, I don't want to overstate its importance within the context of our broader objectives in the Middle East right now. We're fighting alongside Iranian-backed Shiite forces in Iraq and Syria, but at the same time fighting against those forces in Yemen, all while trying to negotiate a nuclear deal with the regime. So there's a lot going on to keep in mind when we're determining what a success is here.
Well, we had some video in our first hour of one of the Iraqi government officials walking down the streets of Tikrit holding the Iraqi flag high and saying it's time to get the government up and running there again. Obviously, this is a nation that has seen an awful lot of war, and if they, as a unified country, can beat back the thugs of ISIS, that goes a long way toward helping propel them to further victories down the road.
Absolutely. And, it also further substantiates the extraordinary efforts of our armed services, of our intelligence community in this ongoing battle as well. So that's a best-case scenario. We've got this small victory today. Who knows what it will lead to in terms of the ultimate trajectory of this campaign to degrade and defeat ISIS, but only time can really tell.
And what about the role of the Iranians? Did they have did they play any factor, I guess, in helping retake Tikrit?
Well, the U.S. administration is really insistent that we in no way sort of cooperated or coordinated with Iran on the ground in this battle. I think for the most part that's likely true, but it is also true that Iranian-backed Shia forces were on the ground fighting alongside Iraqi forces for some weeks and months now. So to completely discredit their efforts at all, I think, is not entirely accurate.
Gillian Turner, our Fox News contributor. Gillian, thank you.
Thanks for